Hey, this is Sully for Antisocial News, and this is the body count report for Monday, December the 4th, 2017. I'm having some severe technical difficulties today, so please bear with me. And also, about to take you around the world, show you some life or death news stories, stories of tragedy and victory. So it's kind of a mixed bag. Never know quite what you're going to get when you look at real news stories from around the world. And let us go. Let's go ahead and start with an update of our favorite kami cosplayers, the New People's Army. You know what? I'm gonna get some more picks here. Some newer picks. I'm gonna update my kami cosplay picks here. But basically, there was a killing in Cagayan. They killed an official, a government official. So I'm going to put two links in the description of this video about that, so you can see the response, and also to validate the title card. There's going to be a story about the ground zero cleaning of MARAWI. So MARAWI was taken over by Islamic State radicals in the Philippines. It's a city in Lanao Sur of 200,000 people. 200,000 people city taken over by Islamic State. Did not really make it to the news in the U.S., even though the U.S. was providing material support in the fight against them, the ISIS supporters over there. Even though the U.S. was providing support, it still didn't really make the news in the U.S. Crazy situation. Sick. That's why I do what I do. I want to raise awareness of some of these amazing stories, especially the ones that are cool, you know? Like, I get where people are like, why do you cover just soul-crushing stories? But I don't. Some of it's really cool. Like, I mean, this one is written in sort of a snobby way, but it's still cool. It's South Sudan fighting terror, and they're working with Israelis, that's cool. This is an absolute show. This is craptastic. I mean, just all over the place. So this guy may have been a bad guy, but when you have these sort of conflicts, like what we're seeing in Yemen, it's hard to be like, ooh, yeah, I'm glad to see that guy go. It's a crazy situation. The Sunnis versus Shia in Yemen. It's an ugly fight. So read this story. Goes into a lot of detail on what's been going on in Yemen, what's led to the end of Yemen's Ali Abdallah Saleh was quick and brutal, in contrast to his long regime that left Yemen a failed state. So it's pretty gross, pretty mind-blowing. And I mean, just I feel like if I just read the headline there, like my channel is gonna get pulled. The way YouTube is nowadays. So yeah, check the link out. Incredible story. Good reporting. Thank you, Times of Israel. I haven't been going to Times of Israel. Sorry. Times of Israel was the South Sudan story. Jerusalem Post was the Sully story. I haven't been going to Times of Israel that much because they are very political, very opinionated, and they are so opinionated and political that in their Israel and region section, they had a story on Trump and North Korea. And I sort of lost a lot of respect for them because I was like, if you're so blinded by your obsession with politicians, like especially like your obsession with an American politician blinds you to geography. Like, you're so obsessed with Trump that you forgot that he wasn't in Israel or the region is a little scary. So I haven't been going to Times of Israel. This one actually popped up when I searched for South Sudan news. So so cool. Good reporting, Times of Israel. I will put you back into the circulation. All is forgiven. Okay. Moving on. This is a very interesting story. And also, I do need to give a little disclaimer. I haven't messed around with South China Morning Post before. Interesting perspective. I don't know if it's government run or whatever, but it's talking about how the China-India rivalry benefited Myanmar. So check this story out. It's very interesting to see from a different perspective these stories that are covered in the West. And also, a lot of people don't know about the South China and North India rivalry, as they put it, which I think most people would look at it more as like shots fired, active conflict, not just rivalry. But, to each their own, right? Very interesting. Thank you, South China Morning Post. Now, the last story here that I want to cover today, and I do want to do a much longer video tomorrow morning, just a few hours actually. But this last story I want to talk about is 13,000 undocumented foreign workers caught this year. This is a story out of Korea. So Korea is dealing with undocumented workers as well, and a lot of what they're going at is the safety side of things, and I think a lot of that's lost in America. Everybody thinks, oh, Americans are all rich and they just don't want to share their wealth. But then if you think that way, you have to ignore the 13 illegal immigrants who died in a Walmart parking lot while they were hidden in a container, and they died of heat stroke. Like, you have to ignore that and just be like, oh, yeah, that's just a fluke. No, that's not a fluke. People hurt themselves by doing things the wrong way, and not immigrating properly, or immigrating illegally when they don't have the means to do it properly. So, also, real shocking thing, but illegal immigration in a lot of situations, illegal immigration is surprisingly expensive. I was really shocked to hear that people pay these smugglers thousands of dollars, like U.S. dollars. I'm thinking, you had thousands of dollars and you gave it to this idiot who's gonna jam you into the side of a pickup truck? Like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And also, I mean, you could, if you came in the right way, you could come in with a plane. You could get a nice airline ticket. But people are told you're not welcome. You have to go in through the back door, and you don't have to go in through the back door. You can come in through the front door. There's plenty of workers' visas, stuff like that. Also, if you have thousands of dollars, don't come to America. If you live in the third world and you have thousands of dollars, get some land. Spend that money on sprucing stuff up. Honestly, don't. That money goes a long way where you are. It doesn't last very long here. Trust me. All right. That is it. That is it for today's bizarre, super technical difficulty Monday episode of the Body Count Report. I apologize, but it is what it is. It's what you get. It's what you get It's what you get. All right. I love you guys. I love you so much. Thank you for subscribing. I'm going to be doing a live stream. All the live streams are moved to Twitch. Link is in the description. Twitch.tv/antisocial news, all one word. So you can check that out. Please subscribe. Please follow on that. And like I said, all the live streams of the show prep are going to be done on Twitch from now on. And see you tomorrow for another body count report. Cheers.